There's one thing that I've learned is that you don't listen to human beings, but you do listen to God. The funny thing about it is that when I was out in the world, and the world will call it like intuition and all those things, or gut feeling or whatever, I always had it ever since I can remember. And honestly, a lot of times, I automatically knew like to trust it. I don't even know understand why, or I can't even explain how or why. But also, there's a lot of times that I ignored it too, because when I would meet people, what I was picking up and getting from them was not what I was seeing before me. So I would say, like, there's always some good in people. You know what I'm saying? And everybody deserves a second chance, which it was not true. They always ended up being exactly what I was told and picked up from them. It taught me. It taught me a lot, okay? It taught me a lot about people, human beings, and including myself as well. But I can tell you this, along the way, when God, when I came to the Lord, because I was dealing with a lot even out before I came to God, and I didn't understand how I got to love, because a lot of things that God has me dealing with, or He sends me to certain people, even in my own family, okay, it was to them to deal with heart issues. And honestly, I didn't know that is why He was sending me to certain people. But then after, when you will start to understand why, because a lot of people are dealing with um, internal, as in hate, traumatic things, or just pride, ego, arrogance, like all sorts of things. And they don't want to release things. They don't want to release anything to God. And I know it took me years to get to a place to where I am now. It was not overnight. It took a very, 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 very long time. And this is why I don't like seeing Christian people when they talk about things acting like things that happen overnight, because it does not. God literally was working on me when I was out there in my mess 15 years prior to I even came to Him. 15, 20 years. Okay? Because I spent a lot of years running. But He began to work on me all the way out there, because I had a lot of deep rooted traumatic issues going on with me. So imagine if God would have waited until I got with Him to start, I would still be in it. 5 years in it, and with 10 years more to go of mess. I'm glad God literally did it and started on me out there in the street. And I know He do that with other people as well. I know He does. Okay? And I found that a lot of times when you are on assignment and people don't understand what you're doing, they like to label it the world's way, because that's the way how they view things. They label it as in you're trying to change people and all this kind of stuff or whatever, when you're just literally doing what you were told to do. Because a lot of people don't know that they have a heart issue. A lot of people don't know that it's internal. It has nothing to do with other things or what you eat, but physically. But it does have everything to do with what you're doing spiritually, what you're ingesting spiritually, whether it be what you see, what you hear, especially if you don't have a foundation, especially if you don't have a solid hard rock foundation to where you cannot be swayed to and fro every which way, no matter of anything, you can be removed. That is the biggest thing. Now, with it being said, is that you as a person, you have to learn when God has you on assignment not to listen to folks. You have to continue to do what it is that you do and speak about whatever it is that God wants you to speak about. Because why? It's certain people that God wants to get you. It doesn't matter if 50,000 people ignore you. Long as it's one out of that 50,000 person that is there to listen, that's the one that God was actually intended to get. There have been places that God has sent me that when I went to that place, there was one person in particular, one, the whole time I was there, and come to realize at that certain time that is why I was in that place. That is why I was in that city. That is why I was in that town, for that one person. Because why I listened and I went to where God wanted me to go at that certain time. I ain't know why. I didn't understand or whatever, but I went. And that person needed it because they was in bad shape. So if you sit there and you listen to people and telling you about all this. The thing is about it is that no, you can't help people who do not want to be helped. But there are a lot of people out there who do want to be helped, mentally, physically, and spiritually. In some way, shape, or another, God is going to get that message to them, whether it be through you, through your videos, or whatnot. I know that I am not palatable to everybody. I've been like that my whole entire life. And that's why I'm at the point now where I understand and I just frankly don't care. But what I do care about are those who God is putting in the way or putting me in the way of any of his messages to reach to them, to let them know. No, I'm not religious. No, I don't appear to be a certain way. No, I'm not all of that kind of stuff. I am literally showing you and telling you about a journey that I have been on for a very, very long time, including now. And letting you know that it can be done, but it is hard. It is hard. And there are times you're going to want to quit. There are times you don't want to move forward. There's times you're not going to want to get up. There are times you don't want to carry on. But the only way you're going to be able to do it is because of the strength of the Lord. That is it. Not by your strength or anything, but by his. Okay? But no matter what it looks like, I don't care if you got 10 people on your page, people passing out or whatever, it's to get to certain people. I don't care. I just don't. It's not about that. It's about them. What I mean, them, God's people that he's trying to reach. That's what I care about. I care about his people coming out of places, his people coming out of darkness, his people, our people coming out of the very places that people like me have been in. And we know what it's like to be in the darkness. All sorts of ways, not just all manner of life. We know what it's like to be in dark places and spaces. And God is using his people to speak of different things and give testimonies to let these people know that you are not alone, because we are global. We are everywhere. We may not be in the same towns or the same cities, but we are global. You are not alone. And keep doing what God has called you to do, no matter what it looks like, no matter what people say. And I don't care if there's nothing before you that looks like what God said to you. Keep going.